Ryan Garcia is about to get off and clear of these PED allegations, and people are going to be real hot. At least that is what a certain expert believes is going to be the case after he reviewed the information on Ryan Garcia's positive test from VADA. I also, in a live stream, went through and studied the testing of Ostarine and the potential for contamination of urine samples for Ostarine. And I'm telling you, man, this is not a open and shut case. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. I know you Devin Haney fans are going to hate that I'm going to be fair to Ryan Garcia. And then I'm going to tell you what experts have been saying about this particular situation that he finds himself in, having tested positive for Ostarine in his system, and what the outcome of an investigation will probably be. Now, before I get into it, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, thank you for coming by. If you're a longtime supporter, if you're listening at all, thank you for chopping it up with me about this boxing talk. Thank you. You can go talk to other people, but the fact that you came to talk to me means a lot to me, even if we disagree. Thank you. Also, thank you to everybody that supports and the super thanks of these videos. I have a long list of people I got to say thank you to, and I'm going to go and spend probably later today and just go through each one of those guys and leave a comment for you and say thank you. All right, so let's get into this. And this is going to get a little bit technical, but I'm going to try to do my best to make it as simple as I can. So, Ryan Garcia tests positive for Ostarine. Ryan Garcia says that's BS and claims that he is innocent. He points to and starts blaming Snack, blaming Victor Conti, and going on a public relations smear campaign of VADA and Victor Conti specifically. Okay, saying it's an inside job, somebody planted this. Okay. And let me tell you, it's highly effective in the minds of a lot of people because there is some type of connection between VADA and Victor Conti that people don't like. Now, let me tell you my opinion on that. I don't care, nor do I speculate about that. I think that just like Ryan Garcia needs the benefit of the doubt, so does Victor Conti. I'm not going that route at all. No. Okay, so when I say that, that's being anti-Ryan, right? Now, let me be anti-Devin and tell you that I listened to first of all, I read a research study on written by a German sports group of German biochemists that wrote papers on issues related to doping in professional sports, and specifically around the testing of it. They are experts on testing. They are experts on understanding how to analyze the testing results. And this particular research paper was specifically about analyzing tests that are positive for Ostarine, because there's a major issue for, in their words, athletes and managers of sports. Now, the athlete in this case would clearly be the boxer, Ryan Garcia. The manager of the sports would be the WBC and the Nevada State Athletic Commission, because VADA only tests. VADA does not punish. VADA only tests. VADA also does not actually do the testing themselves. VADA has USADA or WADA do the actual testing, and they then communicate the results. They may have a different standard and different things that they're looking at. However, that's the operations model, which to me makes me wonder what the purpose of VADA is at all. If all you're doing is having WADA test, then what do we need VADA for? Just tell WADA to test for the same things that VADA is testing for. But that aside, that's the process, right? Now, what the paper says was that it is very possible to have your samples contaminated by Ostarine in mislabeled or unlabeled products. Health supplements can make you pop dirty for Ostarine. And they came up with 3 different scenarios in which they could tell whether it was masking, whether it was microdosing, and whether it was contamination of a supplement. And all 3 are likely. And the way that they determined whether or not that was the case was it was contamination. It was contamination if it fell at about 0.1 units of measurement of Ostarine in the sample, right? I can't tell you exactly what that measurement unit was, but it was one. I think it was called NG/ml, whatever that is. But let's just say it's 1 unit, and there's 1 unit. And there's also something called metabolites in the system. And the metabolites are M1, M1A, M1B, M3, and M4 are present. They would say that means contamination. If it's in the system with no metabolites, that is you're just taking it and it's not plausible. You're done. And then the first one was if there was very, very, very little of it in there and there was M1A, M1B, M3, and M4 there, but there was a very, very little amount of it in there, and there was no supplement for them to test. That right there they would consider to be microdosing. So I say that to say, and I'm going to move quickly through this, that there is a possibility of contamination. Now, there's a YouTube page that goes by the name of More Plates, More Dates, and regularly does videos about the use of performance enhancements in athletes. And in summary, what he said was that if he had to bet, it would be contamination. And it would be contamination because of what made him believe it is because his last 2 things popped. He said that basically the cycle for Ostarine is so long that it doesn't make any sense that Ryan would be advised by anybody that wanted him to pass a test to have that in their system at that time. It would have been in his system months before and got picked up by the test before that. And then he also said that it's highly, highly detectable. And so he said, this is something that's been around and they're looking for. It's highly detectable, even in small doses. So even though it's highly detectable in small doses, but you need large doses for it to work. He said basically what he sees is that he doesn't believe that they would have put it in this system. It would be stupid for him to put him in his system for the sake of performance enhancing benefits. So what he did probably was he was stupid enough to take a supplement. And he's probably going to get held responsible for being dumb enough to take a supplement without truly, truly knowing what's in it. And now he's going to have to suffer the consequences of the bad press that comes from it. But he doesn't believe, at least from what he said, from what he sees, that this is something where he was trying to cheat. And that what really is going to be determinative of it is going to be the amount of it that's in his system, whether or not it was a high amount or whether it was a low amount. Once again, go back to the paper that was written by the German biochemists. So all of this stuff seems, as long as Ryan Garcia can show the supplements, show the receipts of the supplements that he bought, have the lot number, and they can test something out of that particular lot and to see if that was contaminated or not, He may very, very well may walk on this type of thing, on this thing. And then people are going to say boxing is corrupt. But hey, man, it is what it is, because nobody's going to run around trying and listen to lectures from biochemists to try to figure out exactly whether or not he cheated or not. All they're going to see is that it's in there, and they're going to judge him on it because, hey, man, that's the world we live in. Anyway, man, don't hold your breath on Ryan getting suspended. Don't hold your breath. It could very well go the other way. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.